Hello, my name is Steaming Hawking, and we are back with an Outer-exclusive weekly server update. Dragonbrand server. Worst placement of siege. Douchebaggery weather report by Big Honkadongalus. World recap by Panel of Bricks. Commander of the Week, charts from GOTL. Loiter of the Week, Civil War. And now for your Panel of Bricks. First up on your Panel of Bricks is the not one. The era. Is empty. Strider. Thieves. Big Honkadongalus. Topic of the week is being a Tier 1 server elite, what our community needs on Dragonbrand. Let a panel of bricks decide.
Piss off, and welcome to the Panel Pricks, a show where four experts of nothing discuss topics that piss us off. If you don't know who the Panel Pricks are, well, I'm Zempty.
I'm Stridle.
I'm Zira.
And I'm Big Hawkus.
Tonight we are joined by some random fuckbag that somebody found on the GLGO vent fuck server on the goddamn Ventrilos. His name's Brambo. He's joining us here tonight. He's a fuckhead. Nobody likes him. Tell us about yourself, Brambo.
Well, I'm happier than a pig eating shit, and I like to fuck with people and waste siege. Is that a good thing?
Absolutely.
Sounds good to me.
I love wasting siege.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just about building the golems in the worst spots and hiding them.
Now, to the agenda for the week. Get this shit started. Stridle.
Okay. So, for the worst siege placement, was facilitated by a herd of mooses in Emery Bay. Well, shit. Mooses were seen building rams in a box pattern. Scary shit, people. Scary shit. Perhaps to fence themselves in, or to fence out the humans. The incident was captured by our local filmmaker in his documentary on animal rights violations in Guild Wars II. This resulting film, Moose Mondays 2, was a failure to his followers and only received half a thumb up, since his only viewers were a drunk chicken and a half-baked polar bear.
That's pretty damn lame. So we have another hot topic is the Loiter of the Week, which is being awarded to the amazing Silver War, however the fuck you pronounce the guy's name, for his months of endless dancing outside of Lion Arch Bank. You may have seen him. He's a white char with a pumpkin on his fucking head, dancing up on the wall constantly. Several attempts have been made to interview this dancing fool, but he seems to be in an endless trance of either perpetual dancing, either that or he's fucking high or drunk. Who the hell knows? This dude has some serious time on his hands, possibly more than Zempty. This little shit has been jerking off for more than 4 months. I mean, seriously, the Halloween event has been over for what, 8 months now? Maybe we should see if Queen Jenna wants him as a court jester.
Or if maybe you could actually do something, farm, kill somebody, other than sit around by the fucking merchant.
Has anybody even seen his gear? Does he even have gear? Does the guy just do anything other than
He's got a
dance
fucking
around?
pumpkin.
He's
Jesus
naked half the
Christ.
fucking time.
Big Hawk is here with your weather report. It would appear that we have some douchebag storm clouds moving over in the Traders Forum there, and it appears the eye of the storm is centered around the Lions Arch Bank. All you motherfuckers need to move up out there because you're being real douches blocking everything for everybody else. Other hot spots of severe weather can be seen circling around what was the old Lions Arch Arena gates. Son of a bitch. And for the random reason, we have 5 douchebag hotspots around the White Crane Terrace area.
Well, Honkus took us through the great weather report, so let's do a World v. World recap, guys. The final scores for my snapshot were DB had 298,000. SOS had 169,000, and EB had 146,000. How do you guys think about the scores for this week?
It's fucking awesome. Those other guys are losers.
Well, at least we're on top.
That's what it's about.
Being on top is the best. I don't know about you.
Then you can try and do the
awkward.
rodeo, but then when your boys jump out the closet, it doesn't go so well.
You know, speaking of World v. World, this week's topic for the panel of pricks is, does Dragonbrand really want to be a Tier 1 server?
Hell no.
So, what the fuck do you guys think?
I say no. Absolutely not.
I don't think we're a Tier 1.
Why?
I mean, we don't need to be a Tier 1.
No.
We try to be, but then we go to Tier 1 and shit it down our legs.
Yeah.
We're not ready for Tier 1. We don't have the competitiveness. We have half the server split going to fuck off on one thing, and the other half of the server fucking off on another.
And nobody works together as a team. They're all BSing and talking shit about one another in map chat. It's ridiculous. Oh, that person doesn't know how to be a commander. It's like, really?
Or they're too busy dancing in front of Lions Arch with a fucking pumpkin on their head.
Mm-hmm. Or sitting on the edge of the that bench thing that's outside of the bank, hitting on every single freaking female character known to man on the server, trying to hit on them, regardless if they're an actual male or female behind this computer screen.
Are we talking about somebody named
Stabby?
I mean, to be honest, guys, Tier 1 server. We've fought against Tier 1 servers. What happens? We get our asses spanked the first night. Everybody goes and shelters up and hides. We don't go out the rest of the week.
Right. Oh no, we've lost. Oh, let's just give up now. Tuck our tails between our legs and run away and hide.
Just run back to T2, guys.
But Tier 2, we dominate. So what gives?
Everyone's too much of a fucking pussy to run out there and fight and die like a man.
Or woman. Hello.
That too. We may be assholes, but we're not sexists.
Or racist.
So what would you recommend that we do? Like, what things would improve our fucking I don't know what the hell word I'm looking for. Our statistics to be a Tier 1. So what do we need to improve on?
Personally, we need to get the server to work on the same fucking page. I mean, you've got one faction that wants to do something and be a powerhouse and actually run things, but they don't do shit. And then you got a couple people that are trying to get things organized and they get shit on for it. Personally, I like to go for the underdog, and if they have better ideas, I'd support them.
I feel like if half the people running through World v. World doing the jumping puzzle actually killed somebody, we'd at least get a fraction of the points we need.
Yeah, what's up with that? It's like, let's not try to flip camps and get our numbers up on the scoreboard. Let's just sit and hound people in a jumping puzzle. And first off, what the fuck are you doing in a jumping puzzle when you're supposed to be doing World v. World? Makes no sense to me.
Borderland priority.
What do you mean? What is this
By
term
borderland
that you
priority,
speak of?
what do you think that we should focus on as a server? I mean, should we always try to hold Stone Mist Castle and lose everything else? Try to hold
No.
our map and push the PPT by holding our map and holding our thirds and everything else, because that's how you win.
Holding Stone Mist and losing is like having a really shiny turd on your mantelpiece. It's shiny and everything, but at the end of the day, it's just a piece of shit.
No, it's like getting a participation award.
Congrats on 5th place.
Not even 5th place, it's just participation, like you said. Woohoo, you were here. Thanks for showing up.
It's like being at the cool kids table at the mental hospital, man. It's still not cool.
I think on reset for that day on reset, okay, they should change the name of Stone Mist Castle to Nub Mist Castle, because that's what it attracts. It attracts nub cakes coming out of the gate. That's what everybody fucking wants. When it would be better to hold down your third and then let the opposing team waste all of their fucking men and people and resources trying to get to Stowe Miss, take it, and fucking hold it. Because that takes a lot of shit. Because you can get hit from fucking everywhere. Just so many places, man. You can get hit from a Stowe Miss castle. Trying to snatch that with all them people online is just, you have to have brain damage to go for it. It'd be better to hold your third and then push their fucking home, their home keep within EB if you're doing EB. That would be more effective.
Well, it takes 20 people to actually properly defend Stone Mist on a simple attack.
Let alone keeping your siege up and having people run through to work on those. But at the end of the day, you get the shiny waypoint, and that's what everybody wants.
I'm all about waypoint shit. Waypoint Bay and Hills on RBL before anybody else gets a waypoint up. So, anything else with the Tier 1 guys? I mean, obviously none of us really feel we need to be in Tier 1. I don't know about you guys, but I came from a server that wasn't Tier 1 and never wanted to be Tier 1. I've seen Tier 1 servers and how they play, and I don't think it's fun. I mean, it's a job. Let's work 40 hours a week trying to keep our points 100 ahead of the next opponent. I don't want to do that. I want to come in here and have a good night, play 3 times a week in World v. World, hang out with my friends, drink a couple beers,
Decimate a few nub sauce people.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm totally down with that. Anything to get me more kills.
And we've done how many alliance raids, Empty? 3, 4?
4 or 5 now. Should have jumped up.
We've had a ball. We've had a ball doing it.
Hey, just any day I can kill an FA dev, it's always a good day.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see. I've heard a lot of I've talked to a lot of people, done a lot of interviews, and a lot of people they say they come here from other tiers, and I've heard a lot of talk people that moved out of Tier 1 because they hate Tier 1. They don't want to be in that because the fights are just, they're fucked. And but then when a lot of people get here, they seem to want to push our server up to Tier 1. I don't think we should put. I think as a server, I think we need not to focus on getting somewhere, but I think we should focus on community and fighting as a community and just having more events and raids and trying to have more of a good time than worrying about fucking numbers. Yeah, I think that would make it much more.
Yeah, it would be really neat to see as a server to try and get people actually cooperating and working together as a server on a whole is to try and plan some kind of server-wide events where we run around and unlock the various temples. For instance, that's just one example.
The temples are a great training ground for World v. World, to be honest. I mean, we've taken GOTL out before 45 strong, and going for Balthazar, you got to protect them NPCs. I mean, you got to be like nut to butt, not let them little bastards get by. Them little nobles get by you, you're shit out of luck.
Right.
It also teaches people to use the combo fields and the heal wells, right?
Yeah. It's just a suggestion. I think it'd be a great idea. But then again, you gotta have somebody initiate it and get it started.
Well, I think if we could just finally get the fucking pumpkin out of LA and stop him from dancing and get him to contribute, that'd just be one little step forward.
Yeah, and get rid of the stabby.
Well, the problem is we have opposition no matter where we stand. I mean, we've got these larger guilds that have transferred over from other servers, from tier 1 or below us, and yeah, they may be good at what they do, but they came over here playing and praying and pleading, saying that, oh, we're going to be part of the community, and then next week they're fucking talking shit about everybody. How fucked up our commanders are. And it's not right. You don't fucking come over to a server and then start trashing their fucking community. I mean, they just drug us through the fucking mud.
'Tis true. And on top of that, a few of them that came over and started using little exploits to get into their own towers, sneaking people in. I mean, come on, at least do it right if you're going to get the points. If you want to make yourself a powerhouse, at least do it the correct way. No reason to be trying to glitch your way up.
Well,
Lots of strategery.
what is the word? What is the word's empty? Douchebaggery?
Douchebaggery.
Douchebaggery. We're gonna have to put that up in the corner screen, man, with a definition of it. Yeah, there's a lot of guilds on the server that have come over. I mean, we used to be at like 60% capacity. We're now at almost 100% capacity for North American time slot. The second we got in tonight, there was queues that were 20 to 45 minutes. So we've got all these guilds running around powerhouse, and the question is, you know, I saw some of these guilds prior to some of their mergers go out in open field combat and get completely wiped by half numbers, and you're talking about coming from a tier 1 server and fighting tier 3 and you're getting your asses kicked? What the fuck's going on there?
It's called pansy syndrome. It's what happens when your health drops below half and people want to run.
I don't know. I think they're riding on the wings of some other guild's name.
Taking credit for the hard work that other people are putting in.
Yep.
Wait, now, I gotta bring up one other thing here. This is somewhat related to World v. World. The people that don't go into World v. World and bitch about losing. Now that's something that really pisses me off. How the fuck are you gonna sit there and start talking shit about people who are out there doing the right shit? And then you're sitting here in LA showing off your fancy new legendary standing on the steps talking shit, not doing anything. Don't you have something better to do with your day other than sit there and talk to Stabby and talk to the pumpkin dancing motherfucker?
You don't play the fucking lottery. If you don't buy a lottery ticket, you can't fucking win.
There we go.
Plain and simple. Well, what do you think about the PvE community? I mean, is there any way for us to actually indulge him and bring him into World v. World?
Short of a noose and a chain and a collar and trying to drag him into it, the options are limited. I mean, I don't think they see enough, incentive to go in, but it's at least something you should try. I mean, there's people that haven't touched half the shit you can do in this game, but would sit there and rather go farm T6 mats for 3 hours and complain it's boring.
I've been hearing whispers about this Order 3. What's that all about, man?
Well, that's us, man.
Well, what do we stand for?
Community. An allied community of wonderfulness and ponies.
You had me at ponies.
Does it have rainbows? Because as long as there's rainbows and ponies, I'm all over it.
Well, we're shooting for more than World v. World, aren't we? We're trying to bring the whole community together as a whole. When we have a faction of our community that's trying to force their wrath upon smaller guilds and push them out, and we're trying to bring all the smaller guilds together so that they can get their missions done or their bounties done, get their guild puzzles done, because they may be a 10-man guild and may not be able to do a guild bounty by themselves.
Yes, that's the point of what we're trying to achieve with our order. And our Order 3 is doesn't mean 3 people or 3 guilds. It means 3 representatives per guild. We want equal opportunity for everybody to have a voice, and if we ever have to have meetings or make decisions or have some sort of formal gathering, that everybody will be represented equally to make a decision on whatever.
How dare you? How dare you improve the gaming experience? Insta-ban.
Well, we've been accused of saying join us or fucking die kind of thing, which is a completely insane for somebody to accuse us of that. I know when we released the coalition document, we had a very large backlash, and I don't know why there was a backlash. with the coalition document, because there was nothing in it that was bad. It was just stating the equality of what it was basically a document to ensure the equality of gamers in a community. And there were people that are objected to that, and I didn't know what to say to it. It was amazing. But the thing is, though, I mean, even though we had a bad backlash on it, there was people that came to us and were liking our ideas and liked what it stood for, and it formed a really good bond between a lot of people. And yeah, I still stand by the coalition document, but the coalition document has evolved into the Order of Three, which is a full-on alliance that has a great structure underneath of it. And we would invite anybody to come and be a part of it. If you want to come be a part of it, it's great. Well, we want to do. We have an event calendar where we want to post all of our events, and just we want to get all of our events together and see if we can combine some events. If there's 3 or 4 guilds doing bounties on the same day or guild missions, hey, fuck it, let's just do it all together, get that shit done, and have just a great time.
Get rid of the douchebaggery and the snobbery. Everybody that thinks they're too good to run with a certain guild could just go play with themselves, as far as I'm concerned. Because at the end of the day, your entire server's your team, whether you like them or not.
I'd like to thank everyone for joining us tonight, and a special thanks to Brambo for being our guest prick of the week.
Well, thank you for having me.
Feel free to send me some suggestions on the future topics and show some content. We're probably not going to listen to a fucking thing you send us, but you can send them anyways. I might put them in the video, or I could tell you to piss off.
Piss off being more likely.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Panel of Pricks. Now fuck off and go eat purple shit and rainbows.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the show, or we will track you down and make Tobite the Flaming Homomancer give you a facial. You don't want that fucking gooey shit all over your face. It's nasty. Take you fucking about 3 hours to wipe off. Jesus Christ.